Hey guys, welcome to Red Flag Friday. Today's Red Flag Friday is important to me because if you saw the video that I put up yesterday, I talked about an experience that I had when I was in college and we were sexually harassed by our campus ministers. What happened to us is something that I don't think should happen to anybody. Nobody should ever have to experience this because we should be able to make decisions on our own and we shouldn't be coerced into doing things that we don't want to do, especially when they're disguised under biblical reasons. So, if you know anybody that's in college, anybody that's going to be leaving home, or just anybody that can be vulnerable to entering a highly controlled group, please share this with them. My husband and I, when we were 19, we had been dating for about 4 years, and we had a night where we ended up making out. We were always taught that we had to go and confess our sins because you wanted to be exposed in the light so that people can pray for you. So we felt like we had to go and confess it to our campus minister, which is what we did. We went over to their house, and I just remember leaving there. His wife wasn't there, only he was there. It was a horrible experience. I remember leaving his house feeling so disappointed. I felt like a failure. I remember he was really upset with us, and we were just told that we were going to have another talk. So, anyways, we ended up having another talk a couple days later where we were basically coerced into breaking up with each other because it was something that we didn't want to do. When we walked into that restaurant, Hector and I both knew we were not going to break up with each other. But when we left that restaurant, he had broken up with me. Well, actually, our campus minister had broken up with me because he thought that it was the best thing for us to do. When I talk about the moment that we were sexually harassed, it was when they sat us apart. The men sat with the men and the women sat with the women. And I just remember vividly that they wanted to know specifics of things that we did. One of the questions that was asked was if our clothes was kept on. And I just remember thinking like the questions that they were asking were very, very embarrassing. And I was like, I'm not going to answer that. Like, this is so embarrassing. And I did answer, and some of the things I wasn't honest about. And what ended up messing me up is because I didn't confess some of the things. I really truly believe that like I was still, part of me was still in the darkness because that's kind of how they would explain things. And unfortunately, because of that experience, because I felt like I had kept sin hidden, my whole entire pregnancy with my son, you guys, it was so messed up. Like every moment that I wouldn't feel him move, I remember thinking that he was dead inside my belly because of that one thing that I didn't confess to our campus ministers. And I'm telling you guys, like, that is so sick. Like, it's crazy that I would have those thoughts, but it's just because the way that I was conditioned. And the day that they sat us there and specifically asked us if our clothes was on, what, if there was touching, if there was kissing, they wanted to know every single detail. I really still don't know to this day why they wanted to know every single detail, but if you or anybody that you know is in a situation like that, you guys, that is not okay. My husband and I were 19 years old. We were adults. Like, these people were not even our parents, but we obeyed them like they were. And I just want you guys to know that nobody should ever have control over you like that, especially when you are an adult. Nobody should do that. So if you are in a situation like that, or you know anybody that's in a situation like that, please share this with them. You guys, get out of those situations because it will spare you so much time of healing, which is what I'm doing at the moment because of the whole time that I experienced that. But it's okay, you guys. There's healing, there's hope always. And I'm just grateful to be here to share that with you guys. So, again, if you know anybody in a situation like that, please share this with them because they do not need to be in that situation. Nobody should use Bible scriptures to make you do things that you don't want to do, you guys. So please share this with anybody that you think would benefit from this, and I will see you guys later. Bye.